Hello, 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 and welcome to Can You Handle the Truth? I am the creator and your host, Jocelyn N. McGuire. Listen, I specialize in breakthrough counseling, women's ministry, mental health, trauma in adults, as well as in children. My goal and my passion is to see individuals overcome with the truth. I do hold a bachelor's degree in psychology as well as a certified circle keeper, a licensed evangelist, and a licensed minister as well. Listen, I want you guys to come in because this subject is hot, all right? We have a hot topic tonight, all right? And I want you to go grab your friends, grab something you don't quite like, all right? And grab some of them enemies. Tell them, come on in, come on in, come on in. The subject tonight: the bars and shackles are invisible, but I'm a prisoner. The bars and shackles are invisible, but I am a prisoner. Oh, let's dive into this subject. But first of all, let's have a moment of silence for those that are in the Middle East fighting this terrible war. And let's just have a word of silence for them that have lost their lives and loved ones and livelihood. And this is just god awful what's happening to the people. And it's god awful what's happening over here in the United States with these prices raising up every other day. So we take our moment of silence because we need help as well. All right. All right. Amen. 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 Oh, tonight, go get someone. Tag them, tell them to come in here. And listen, while you're doing that, go over to YouTube. You know what I want you to do. Go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, Jocelyn N. McGuire. Can you handle the truth? I just want to know, can you handle the truth? Like I said, tonight we're going to talk about the bars and the shackles are invisible, but I am a prisoner. The bars and the shackles are invisible, but I am a prisoner. It doesn't sound like anything you ever heard of. People are in shackles, invisible shackles, and may not even realize that they are even a prisoner. may not realize that they are even a prisoner. Yes. Good evening, Sherelle. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. It may not even realize that they are in prison, that they are in prison, that they are living the life of a prisoner. Okay? They are living the life of a prisoner. And they may not even realize that they are a prisoner. They may not even realize that they have a warden over their life. They may not even realize that they are being manipulated, which they are being controlled by an individual or group of individuals. All right. Listen. This is what I want to say to you about that. Did you know that there are individuals living within their homes and treated like prisoners? Oh yeah, you're free to come and go as you please. Okay, you're free to go to the store. You're free to go to work. You're free to go shopping. But however, you have limitations. You are instructed before you leave out. Okay. Now, I do have an example of a person experiencing being a prisoner and not realizing it, that they are a prisoner. Listen, one example is this. I cheated. I got caught. I cheated. I admit that I cheated, that I was wrong, and I was so sorrowful about it. I regret the affair. I regret having the affair. I have apologized over and over and over again to you. I have made it plain to you that it was not a good choice that I made, that I should have never cheated. But however, even with all of that going on and you asking for forgiveness and you're walking the chalk line that when you go to the store you come directly back. You don't give off any type of vibes that you are cheating once again. All right, you don't give vibes that you're cheating. All right, listen. So what's happening is your husband, your boyfriend, your significant other constantly remind you of your fault, even though you have begged for what? Forgiveness. Even though you don't go anywhere. But however, every given moment, your significant other always have to wash your face with it. Now, time goes on, but however, you are constantly washing my face with it. You tell the person, that we're going to say me, okay, because it makes it so much plainer when I tell the story that way. Oh, we do have a comment here on Facebook. And Sherelle said, it's time to let that go because he will not trust you again. And it's quite obvious he's not trusting you. It's quite obvious he is not trusting you because you had cheated and you were sorrowful for it. But however, like Sherelle just said, she said this, it's time to let that go because he will not trust you again. And I believe when she uses the word, it's time to let that go, it's time to break off from that. Let's break off from this relationship because now it's not a relationship. It is now you are my warden and I am your prisoner and you badger me every second of the day. Whenever you have the opportunity, you talk about my clothes I'm wearing. Oh, are you trying to look sexy for someone? Oh, I seen you looking at that guy over there. Did you want him? That's not a life to live. That's not a life to live, to constantly be reminded of your faults. Yes, I made a mistake. I admit I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. Do I regret I made that mistake? Yes, absolutely. I regret making that mistake. But however, what type of relationship are we having when you constantly remind me what I did? Or you constantly nitpicking, little bitty things, you nitpicking. Well, you got on, why you wearing makeup today? You must go meet your man. Oh, why you put that on today? You must be trying to catch somebody. I seen you over there talking to that man. Were you flirting with him? Because we know you ain't nothing but a big flirt because you know how to cheat. You know what? After a while, I would get tired. I would get tired of being under a microscope. I would get tired of always being cross-examined. Okay, Sherelle says, she said, oh, narcissist is what that person becomes. Yeah, I guess they do become a narcissist. Or they was already that, and maybe that's why they cheated. I'm just saying. Maybe that's why they cheated. I'm just saying. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they was already a narcissist, But however, we got this person being verbally attacked, verbally putting chains and shackles and verbally putting them behind bars, verbally speaking, you are shaping this person as if they are just a natural cheater. And they're not. Because you know what? We all make mistakes. I like to know who hasn't. Who hasn't made a mistake? Sometimes, and what happens is, sometimes in a relationship, you may think the grass is greener on the other side. You never know. You never know. Okay, we have another comment here. She said, now Sharissa said, nah, that person cheated because they was trying to find something, and the person that is trying to control is the one is a narcissist. Absolutely. I totally agree. Absolutely. I totally was agreeing with you. Absolutely. Now, when a person cheat, but when they do cheat, evidently they must be looking for better. That seems to be maybe the main reason why people step out of their committed relationships, because they are looking for better. Because they are looking for better, they will step out of that relationship. Now, sometimes we think the grass may be greener on the other side. Sometimes we go through that thing called the honeymoon stage, all right? Or we'll go through that thing that, oh, wow, this is great. That's that honeymoon stage. This is great. They treat me nice and this, that, and the other, and they talk nice to me. Oh, they give me gifts and they compliment me. They do better. They better about treating me like a lady and a woman, and like they love me better than the person I've been with. So, this is maybe one of the reasons why you step out. But then you come to find out that the grass may not have been green as you thought. Okay. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes you get over there and you find out it's nothing but turf. It's nothing but turf. It's nothing but artificial grass that you done stepped on. That's it. It's artificial grass you done saw, and you thought it was gonna be the real deal. You thought it was the real deal. That's all right. You thought it was the real deal, but now you ask for forgiveness because you got busted. Okay, you got caught. All right, you got caught, and you admitted that you did cheat. Okay, I admit I did cheat. I admit that. Okay, now Cynthia, she said, I don't care what people think of me or what I'm wearing, clothes or makeup wise. If you listen to everybody's chatter, it would make you crazy. They're looking to see if you looking for attention by another person is not anyone's business. That's it loud enough. Can you handle the truth? All right, Dee Dee says, she said yes. She said, yeah, that's a smoke screen. That is a smoke screen. That is a smoke screen. Sometimes it's like that. It is a smoke screen. It's an illusion, it's an illusion. It's not what you actually get to see the real individual. Last week I was talking about self-doubt. It doesn't matter what you're looking like on the outside. If you got short lashes, long lashes, wide nose, pointed nose, big lips, firm lips, thin lips, it doesn't matter. Double chin, triple chin, you just got one chin. It does not matter. What matters is what's on the inside. That is what actually matters. What's on the inside. Because one thing about it, if your significant other tells you to stop wearing makeup because they think that you are trying to attract someone, But you know what? Let me tell you something. It ain't even about the makeup that even attracts someone to you. No, it's not even about the makeup. Do you think that men say to themselves, "Ooh, I love her eyelashes"? Do they say that? Oh, I love her, the way she got that lipstick on it, just a perfect color. No, 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 no. A lot of men, they look at the personality of the woman. The personality of her. Is she kind? Is she nice? Is she respectful? They look at people like that. They not looking at how long your lashes are. They're not looking at what color lipstick you wear or how long and the color fingernail polish you are wearing for today. They're not looking at that. And the thing about it is, people, is this. Don't allow yourself to become a prisoner. Don't allow yourself to become a prisoner in your own relationship. In your own relationship, you should not be treated as a convict in your own relationship. In your own relationship, you should not be treated as a nobody. When you are being treated as such, it is time to create an escape. Oh yeah, oh yes, oh yeah, oh yeah. Dee said, yeah, you will lose yourself quickly. Oh, absolutely. You will lose yourself quickly. You have no self-identity when a person starts to badger you. When they want to strip your dignity, they want to strip your self-awareness. They want to strip you of being the person you actually are. They want to strip you of that. Hi, Jimmy. How you doing? Thanks for joining in. They want to strip you of that. They want to dictate to you. All right, Jesus, I hear you. All right. They want to dictate to you how to walk. You're a prisoner. They want to dictate to you how to talk. You're a prisoner. They want to dictate to you what to wear. You are a prisoner. You're a prisoner in your own relationship. Listen, I know of a lady that was married and thought she was marrying a real good guy. I mean, a real good guy. Good job, money, all that. Yes. Oh, yeah. Jimmy, thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy gave us one word. Control. Can you handle the truth? Bears down to being a controller. I call them a warden, but you actually are a controller. It's what you actually are. And people, you are being controlled, okay? Dictate to you, your friends. But let me get back to the story I was getting ready to tell about the woman that married a man, and he seemed to be a pretty cool guy. good job, got money, beautiful home. Oh, yes, very respectable. But let me tell you this. Once they got married and he put her behind those doors, oh my God, did he strip her of everything? No makeup, certain clothes you had to wear. It even got so bad, and I'm going to come to you, Jimmy. It even got so bad that when she went to the grocery store, every dime had to be accounted for. If she wanted to buy her a pair of panties, he wouldn't let her. He would not even let her buy her anything. Well, for one, she could sew. She's a seamstress. But however, he was so tight on the money that the only thing she could do was buy groceries. And she better buy everything on that list and don't buy nothing extra. That is control. That is living with bars and shackles that are invisible, and you're a prisoner. All right, let's get to these comments. All right. Jimmy says this. He says, some pastors try to control. And guess what? Absolutely right. They will try to control, and they use various tactics to control someone. Okay? They use control. Either they will bully you or embarrass you in front of others. And sometimes when you are embarrassed, you want to make up for the embarrassment so that when they call your name again, that now you are worthy of being called over the pulpit. Okay, now you getting this recognition because it's like Stockholm syndrome. Okay, like they treat you so bad, but yet you will not leave. You are treated so bad and so badly embarrassed that you will not leave. Now, you're there. You're there. And they will continue on until you break. Until you do what they want you to do without saying what I need you to do. Because you will know what you need to do to get back into the good grace of your leader. And they will use psychology to do it, to twist your mind around, to control you. Let me tell you something, baby. Stop sipping on the Kool-Aid. Stop sipping on they're giving you a little bit of time. You don't even realize you're sipping on the Kool-Aid. You don't even realize that you're sipping on the Kool-Aid. They will embarrass you in front of others, make you feel bad, make you feel embarrassed, make you belittle you. Those are bars and shackles that are invisible, and you are a prisoner. You are a prisoner. Okay? You are a prisoner. Now, let me see what we got here. Let me see what Jimmy says. So Jimmy says, okay, here we go. He says, right. You talking right. All right, Jimmy. Listen, I'm going to bring it. All right. I'm not afraid. I'm going to tell you the truth. All right. I can tell when people are being bamboozled. I just sit back and I look at the movement of it. I look at how they move, how they maneuver, how they use their words or certain tones that are being used. I'm like, God, they sipping on that there Kool-Aid pretty tough. But you don't realize it. You don't realize it. Oh, yeah. You know, Jimmy, you're absolutely right. That's what the word says. The word says, put your trust in no man. That's what the word says. Now I can't go against the word. But that's what the word says, put your trust in no man. So don't be a prisoner, people. Don't be a prisoner, even in your own church. Don't be a prisoner. All right. Read your Bible for yourself. Read it for yourself. And stop taking the opinion of someone else. Read it. Read it for yourself. Let me tell you something, people. Run. Run. Trust in God. Run. 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 Run, people, run. Okay. So what we got here. Okay. All right. We're gonna move on. Okay. Now I'm getting ready to thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate you. I'm going to shift gears for a bit. And I want to talk about the 27-year-old mom of 5. 27-year-old mom of 5, okay? Her oldest is 11 and her youngest is 3. So she probably had this child when she was around about 15 or so, maybe going on 16. So now she has these 5 children. Now, I'm not quite sure if the children have the same father. I'm not quite sure about that. But however, she alluded to the fact that she has no help. All right. That the fathers or father do not give any type of aid in assisting with these children. Remember, she has 5. She's only 27. So she started when she was 15, all right, to having a child. And her oldest child is 11. Now, her baby is 3 years old. Okay, now, she decided that she is going to drop her children off. First, she took them to the fire department. Well, you know, you just can't drop off children at the local fire station. The only children you can drop off at the fire station is a newborn. I believe that's still correct. You can only drop off a newborn at the fire station, all right? So they told her that they could not accept her children there, that they only accept newborns when, you know, the mother don't want to be a mother. And she gets the child up by dropping it off at the fire station, okay? Which is a good idea, so that no harm would come to the infant. You know, no harm would come to the infant. All right, now, so then she decides that she's going to take her children to Child Protective Services, CPS. Okay, Children Protective Services. She's going to drop them off there because she no longer wants to struggle. She no longer wants the responsibility of taking care of 5 children. Okay, she no longer wants that responsibility. She no longer wants to be a mother of 5. So she takes them there. Now, this is a question I have for you. And I did make this statement to someone earlier today. I said, you know what? Well, at least they didn't find 5 graves. Okay? At least they did not find 5 graves. That's a blessing right there. The children, they survived. They are alive, okay? But, however, why you take them to children's services? Yeah, he said, right, that she didn't kill them. Right, that they wasn't buried 5 graves. Thank God for that. No, that they didn't find these children unalive, unalive. Now, my thing is this, and not all, and don't get me wrong, not all foster care is abusive, okay? Not all foster parents are pedophiles undercover, all right? Sherelle said, yes, thank God they weren't unalive. They're, all foster parents are not just for the money, all right? Now, there's some good foster parents, but there are some bad foster parents. Because we will hear about these stories of sex trafficking with these children, or they are being sexually assaulted within that home by a foster parent or by others. Okay, Sherelle said, she said, but it's hard to find the right one. Absolutely. She said, I had plenty of friends that was in foster care. And it's hard to find the right one, the right fit. Now, let me tell you this. Now, why weren't you able to relinquish your children to your relatives? Now, let's just assume she has relatives, okay? Let's assume she has siblings. Let's assume she has parents. All right, let's just assume that much. Let's just assume she has family. She has siblings, a mom and dad. She got cousins. She got aunties, uncles. Now, let's just assume this. Now, what would be the reason why you didn't relinquish your children to one of your relatives, one of your blood relatives, that you know they living right? You know they are doing the right thing in their lives. You know that they are what? Good people. All right. Now, this is the conclusion I came to. I came to the conclusion that why you not receiving help, why you did not notify a relative, have you burnt all your bridges? Let me let that sit there right there. Can you handle the truth? Because sometimes when we burn all our bridges, and when you actually need people, they are nowhere to be found. Okay, let me see. Sherelle says, she said, or it can be that she don't want to see the, oh my, that's good. Sherelle said it could be that she don't want to see the children. It could be a great possibility that she don't want to see the children. And if they are with a relative, more than likely, she will see them if they're in the same city. If they're in the same city. Yeah. She may not want to see the... Could you, being a mom, or being an auntie, even if you don't have children, or being an uncle or whatever, could you see this? Could you see this actually happen? I mean, could you actually see this going on? Sherelle said it's sad. Absolutely, it is sad. Why you don't want to see your children? It could be so many different reasons why she may not want to see her children. I mean, if you don't, now I'll tell you what, this is how I feel about it. This is how I feel about the thing. I feel like this. You decided that when you had sexual relations, yeah, right, Cynthia. Yeah, that would be very sad. Very sad. Very sad. Very sad. Okay, Sherelle says the father remind them of the struggle, can remind them of a lot of stuff. The father can remind them of the struggle, can remind them of a lot. But did you get with 5 no good men? Or you just had babies by one? I would love to know the background of the story. Okay, Dee says, she said, nah. She said, I don't think it's that. If that may be being the case, she would have had tried to send them off alive. Hence, not killing them or trying to give them away the right way. You could, this could twist in so many different ways. The mother, could you hear about these stories about how the mother or the parents treat their own children, keeping them in a locked down room with no room to move around in, lack of food and water, lack of a place to use the restroom. And you hear about these horrible stories of parents abusing their own flesh and blood. Okay, Dee says, she said, I'm really speechless. I don't know the backstory. Yeah, it can go so many different ways, I would love to know, did you attempt to speak to the fathers, if there's more than one father of each child? Did you attempt to speak to your relatives that you need help? Like I said, you probably burned some bridges and they don't want to help you no more. When you start, because it's something about when we start having children, that the responsibility that comes along with it, that we do not, some people can't see no farther than the card. Oh, 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 okay, 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 Sherelle. Okay, Sherelle. Sherelle said it could be pride. Oh my goodness. You know, pride is a monster. I'm just gonna let somebody know. Pride is a monster. Pride before fall. You got that pride? Yeah, pride. Pride is not good. Pride is not good. Pride is not good. And I hope that this mother, I mean, I wonder, has she given this thought over the years, or did something occur and she got a thought that my life is not the way it should be. My life can be better than what it is. I'm struggling with these 5 children. You know what? I know people that got more kids than that, honey. Got more kids than that, and they got the same baby daddy, and the baby daddy didn't do nothing for them, but she didn't give her children up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But you know what? Like I said, I'm glad the children were not found unalive. Missing. No one knows where they're at. Or you just hand them over to some complete stranger. And you don't know where your child is or what someone is doing to your child. Okay, Sherelle says, she said, I know they think about it. It might not hit her right now, but it will. Especially when the children get older and ask why. I just hope she have a great reason. Wow. That, I'm going to read that again, Sherelle. She said, I know they think about it. It might not hit her right now, but it will. Things have a way of circling around. Especially when the children get older and ask why. Why you give us up? Why you give us away to total strangers? And is there gonna be someone that take all 5 children? Because now you're gonna put them in the system, and now there's a great possibility that they will be separated. Okay, she said, when the children get older and ask why, I just hope she has a great answer. Wow. Sometimes these children, they can get in a great foster care. Great foster care. Parents that can nurture them, parents that can love them, parents that will encourage them, that will put into their mind that they can be someone, that some of them may go off to college, and some of them may pursue a career. But you have to wonder, who really benefits from this? Do the state benefit from this? Because state get money for your children. You know that, didn't you? Yeah, they get money for your children. Oh yeah. Them foster parents, they be making some money. All right? And it ain't coming from the parents' pocket. Or that mother's pocket, all right? It ain't coming from there. So, the state has a lot of money. These children are very valuable. And just think about all the different group homes. I just hope, I hope that I hope that she can get some help with these children. Since she done cried out for help, I'm hoping that she'll get some sort of assistance with the children. Maybe she just need a respite. Maybe she just need a little break. Maybe that's the case. Maybe she needs a little break. A little bit of more food allowance or more money allowance that can really take care of these children. Maybe she just need a break, because sometimes we all get tired. We all get tired sometimes. Sometimes we get tired. And sometimes a person will have a mental break. And I believe this is what she's having. She's crying out for help, evidently. And she figured that the only help that she can get is to turn her children over to children's services. She's probably figuring that this is the help that they need. Because like we said, we don't know the backstory. We don't know whether or not she don't want it. The reason why she didn't give the children to a relative or auntie or uncle or a sibling, a brother or sister, or their mother, their grandmother, the children's other maternal grandmother or paternal grandmother. Why you didn't do this? We had several scenarios. She may not want to see them again. She may not want to see them. She may be, either she don't want to see them, that's why she didn't put them with relatives, or she may be estranged from her relatives or friends. Because what I heard a story today, very briefly, where a friend had another friend that the friend lived in another state. All right. And the friend had these children, but they needed help with their children. The friend from another state volunteered to come and help. So maybe by this story getting out, someone will come to help. Someone may come to your aid that you have not burned the bridges with. I'm not quite sure about that. Yeah, Sherelle, you know that's right. A great friend. I just pray that these children will be well. I pray that they will be protected. Yeah, I pray that they will have peace and that they will not torment themselves with, it's my fault. Children will do that. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's not the child's fault at all. It's the mother's fault in this particular case, because she has no partner. I don't know if she asked her family to step up or not, or else she done burned the bridges. And you can't get back across those bridges once they be burnt. Some bridges you can't even rebuild. Some bridges you can't even bring in a new bridge and connect it. Because you done set up there and done burnt your bridges so bad that there's no way you can cross back over to even fix anything. You can't even do that because you done burnt the bridges. You have burnt your bridges. So now this is your last resort. And like I said, I'd rather see her do that than to unalive them. So I think it's a good choice. From my point of view and from where I stand and from what my perspective is, I believe this to be a good point of view. Okay? A good point of view. All right? Listen, people. It's almost that time. It's almost that time. Almost that time. Almost that time. But let's say a prayer for these children. For these children, that they will have some type of peace, that they will not have any trauma behind this. Because it's nothing like being abandoned. You know, it's nothing like feeling you are being abandoned. It's nothing like feeling that you are being separated, disconnected, whichever words you choose to use. Okay, on my Facebook page, I do have several people I need to acknowledge. Yes, Sherelle. Sherelle said they stay together. Yeah, I pray that they stay. It would be so awesome if they could stay together. It would be so awesome if they could stay together. But sometimes when children stay together like that, and in that particular type of environment, then there's a lot of responsibility that comes upon the older child. The older child would sometimes take the role of being an adult instead of being a child. I know I'm talking right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Willie, on Facebook. Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you. All the different people that have joined on. They actually they adore me. Oh, they adore me. Okay, they adore me. Okay, thank you guys for joining in. Harold, thank you, George. Oh, it's so many multiple people on TikTok. Sorry, TikTok. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you, people, for joining in. Robert, Tammy. It's so many names to name. But we're gonna say good night to our Facebook group. Listen, keep in mind, keep in prayer, keep in thought of those five children, that no harm or danger come to them, and that they may stay together. The five children whose mother just gave them to children's services. Okay. All right. Until next time, TikTok. And we're out of here. Okay, Facebook. I am back. All right. Sorry about that. I had to acknowledge the people on TikTok. Sherelle says, oh, that would be beautiful in a God-fearing, she said, in a God-fearing home. In a God-fearing home. Good Christian people, that a God-fearing home. Okay? A God-fearing home. A God-fearing home. Real people that loves God, that loves children, and not going to abuse them or misuse them, that will raise them up right. Will raise them up in the admonition of God. That they will, I hope they are together. I hope they will be together. That would be so great if they can be together. These poor little children, I hope they are. I hope they are together. I hope they come together. I hope they can stay together. And maybe someone will help this mother maneuver this situation. And she'll be more capable mentally to take care of these five children. I'm not quite sure. Cynthia says, okay, thank you, everyone. I enjoyed all of your comments. Thank you, Evangelist, for your great topic. Have a blessed day and a weekend. Keep your head on a natural spiritual swivel. You already know it. Listen, people, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia. Thanks to all those that joined in the conversation. Sherelle, Dee Dee, Jimmy, thank you guys so much for joining in this conversation. It has indeed been enriched by your comments and by your presence. Thank you all so much for joining in. Listen, if you have a topic that you'd like for me to speak upon, listen. Oh, we have a new comment. Okay. Listen to me, okay? Let me know. All right? We do have an email address, and the email address is can you, with the letter U, handle the truth podcast at gmail.com. Let me say it again. Can you, with the letter U, handle the truth podcast at gmail.com. Listen, if you can't email, send me a message on Messenger, all right? If you want to remain anonymous, no problem. You can remain anonymous if you wish to do so, because I know how to keep secret. I won't tell nobody, all right? Sherelle says this. She says, have a good night and may heaven smile down on you. Oh, thank you. Once again, I want to thank you all for your comments and your participation. It really enriched the podcast, and it gives us various perspectives of other individuals, which I love having the different perspectives, because my perspective is my perspective. And you may not totally agree with it or agree with it at all. But however, give your perspective. And with great respect, I will acknowledge your perspective. And guess what? We're glad to hear your perspective on the whole matter. All right. Listen, I love you. Let's get some music, y'all. We ain't had no music in a while. Let me get some music in here. Let's bring some music in here. There we go. We got some music. And we get ready to go, guys. Listen, I love you. But you know what? God loves you best. You're blessed. Be a blessing. Listen, you had to give somebody no money. You had to give them no money, nothing like that. Give them an encouraging word. You may be talking someone off the edge. When you give an encouraging word, tell them, I love you, but God loves you best. All right? Be a blessing to someone. Help someone. Encourage someone. Lift someone up. Lift them up, because you never know what they may be going through. Listen, have a wonderful, blessed weekend. And as my sister Cynthia said, keep your head on a spiritual and natural swivel, baby. All right? Enjoy your weekend, and may God bless.